So this is a new section that I have been wanting to do for a very long time. Think about everything that you see when you travel around, from objects to different activities that people do, ways of thinking and view life. All that is part of culture. After living overseas for such a long time, I've come to realize that mundane, daily life objects and practices are part of culture as well. Some things you might identify more easily because they are part of festival, because it's a very different object that you have seen anywhere else. But honestly, most things are just common objects or common practices that you think they're normal, but they do it in a very different way in some other parts of the world. That's also culture. Welcome to my new section. This is culture, even if you think it isn't. In this section, I will bring you closer to different cultural products, practices, and perspectives from different corners of the world. Confinement for such a long time at my parents here in Spain, I started to notice a few daily items that I don't use anymore where I live, either because we don't have them or just because I don't need to use them anymore. And today, I want to show you 5 objects from a Spanish home that are part of our culture. Let's start with blinds. I haven't seen blinds like Spanish blinds anywhere else I've lived. I've kind of missed them. They're really convenient because they shelter you from the elements. If it's too windy, if it's sunny, if it rains. So in the morning in my house, the sun comes in from the main living room and it's direct sunlight. It's very hot in summer, so what my parents do, what I've done here as well, we shut down the shutters all the way down, but just enough so that you can still get some light. And it's actually really fresh because we also live in a 4th floor, and when there is a little bit of wind flowing, there is a nice current that goes all over the house. That's really sweet in summer. They're also very convenient if you live on a ground floor because people pass by and you don't want people peeking through your window and see what you're doing. So blinds are a nice way to shelter you from the nosy person passing by. Okay, so another convenient piece of furniture to have in your house, specifically in your bathroom, is the bidet.
Bidet.
I think it's bidet. I'm gonna have to look it up. Most foreigners think it's very weird and even gross. But hey, sometimes you need to splash down there, if you know what I mean, instead of a whole shower. Sitting next to the toilet, you stand up and you go to the next one straight away. Okay, so let's keep on talking about being clean. Let's talk now about mops. Spanish mops are the best to clean floors, especially tiles, which is what we most commonly use in Spanish houses. Okay, and this is weird because you may think, yeah, I've seen mops everywhere else in the world. Yeah, they're not the same. Actually, Spanish mops are an invention here in Spain. You've seen mops that look like braided strings, and then you've seen the bucket that has 2 cylinders that you push together, and then the mop goes inside, and that's how you squeeze all the water out. That's crap. That doesn't work. You get similar mops, but they're not the real deal. The mop that I'm talking about, is called fregona. So mopa and fregona are 2 completely different concepts, something that doesn't really exist in English. Unlike some other cheap, low-efficient mops, the Spanish mop is made out of a flat, wide and high absorbent cloth. The bucket comes with a simple wringer that makes the act of cleaning floors a very efficient task. Spanish mops are super efficient and they don't have them anywhere else, and you are missing out. All right, let's link cleaning the floor to things we use on the floor. Let's talk now about slippers. All right, slippers are everywhere, I guess. I use slippers, but I have to say, now that I have lived overseas for quite a long time, I don't use slippers as often. I actually go barefoot, which I think that's the basic norm, for example, in the US or in Australia. but not here in Spain. In Spain, we like to wear footwear inside our houses. We don't go barefoot. It's gross. That's what my mom says. We wear whatever shoes we're wearing for the day, and if they are uncomfortable, then you switch into your slippers. You don't really go barefoot at home, except for me. I do go barefoot. Oh, a thing about slippers here in Spain is that we have winter slippers and summer slippers. So summer slippers are thongs pretty much, or flip-flops, however you call them. While being in confinement, I switched from winter slippers to summer slippers. That's not true. I go barefoot. My family has though. I think the reason why we always wear slippers is because we have tile floors, and in winter it's too cold to go barefoot. And in summer, even though the tile floor feels cool, you're sweaty, so you're just leaving sweaty footprints everywhere, and I don't think that's something that people like in general. So we love our slippers. So last but not least, another piece of clothing to wear at home. It's the robe. I know, you know the robe, but we Spaniards know the robe too. Mira lo que llevo puesto.
¿Dónde vas con eso? Te vas a deshidratar, que hace mucha calor.
Just for fun, just to let you know what it looks like. This is actually my father's. It's very big. This is my mom's robe. This is much thinner than the winter one. You would only use it really at night. Let me explain a bit better. After giving it some thought, I reached the conclusion that we basically wear robes because we do not want to be seen in whatever clothes we are wearing underneath. That could be pajamas, that could be underwear, or simply nothing. But it serves a double purpose. You don't want to be seen in whatever you're wearing underneath, but in cold winters and in cool summer nights, it provides that layer of warmth that you need to be comfortable at home. So that was everything for today. 5 common objects that you can find in a Spanish home. If you like this video, please hit like. If you think it's worth sharing, please do so. And if you like this type of content, please subscribe. I'm curious about the common objects that you have in your home country that other countries don't have or don't normally use. Have you ever come to Spain and have seen any of these objects? What do you think? Have you seen any other objects that caught your attention? Let me know in the comment section. Gracias. Hasta luego.